Hello, Little Pearl Elementary. It's Miss Boucher here, and I am coming to you from my backyard in Abita Springs. It's a beautiful Sunday, and I'm just going to share a little mini lesson with you, something that you can do at home with your family or your siblings. And the fun thing about this lesson is that you get to go out into nature and collect some things, and then you get to create, which is always fun. So I went into my yard and I collected some items, and I'm going to share those with you right now, and we're going to count them. We can count together. First item I gathered were some pine cones. We've got a lot of pine trees. I've got a lot of pine cones on the ground. So that was a good thing for me to pick up this morning. So let's count those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. The next thing I collected were these little weeds. They're little flowers, and I collected them on the side of the road this morning. We're going to count those together. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The last thing I collected were some rocks. Let me put those down now. You can count them with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, what did you notice about those groups? Did you notice anything the same about those groups? Yeah, awesome. Each group has 6 items. We have 6 pine cones, 6 flowers, and 6 rocks. Now, what I'm going to do, since these are already sorted into groups, I'm going to keep them in their groups, and I'm going to move them off to the side so that we can use them to create. Pine cones are going to go over here, the rocks are going to stay in a group right there, and I'm going to put the flowers right there. First pattern we're going to make is going to be a really simple pattern, and the shirt that I have on is the pattern that we're going to make. My shirt is pink, white, white. So we're going to do that sort of pattern. That's called an A-B pattern. So we're going to do that first. So I'm going to start with a pine cone, and then I'm going to put a rock, and then I'm going to grab a pine cone, and then I'm going to grab a rock, and I'm going to grab a pine cone. I wonder what comes next. Let's figure it out. Pine cone, rock, pine cone, rock, pine cone. What's next? That's right, it's a rock. Now, if this was a letter pattern, all of my pine cones would be A's, and all of my rocks would be B's. So let's say that together. Every time I point to a pine cone, I want you to say A. Every time I point to a rock, I want you to say B. A, B, A, B, A, B. So we did our first pattern. We created our first pattern. Now we're going to do our second pattern. So before I do that, I'm going to put my things back into their sorted groups. Pine cones are going to go back over here. My rocks are going to go back over here. Okay. So the next pattern that we're going to do is going to use all 3 of our nature items. I'm going to go rock, flower, pine cone. And then I'm going to just start it over again. Rock, flower, pine cone. I wonder what will come next. Rock, flower, pine cone. Rock, flower, pine cone. That's right. It would be a rock. So I'll put the rock there. Okay. Now, if this was a letter pattern, my rocks would be the A's, my flowers would be the B's, and my pine cones would be the C's. So let's say that pattern with me using our letters. A, B, C, A, B, C, A, and that's right, B, C. It would just continue on. So remember, I've got to put everything back into my sorted groups. Just makes it so much easier to create. Now we're going to do one where we use 2 things, and we're going to double up on them. Okay? So this pattern is going to be rock, rock, pine cone, rock, rock, pine cone, pine cone. What will come next? Rock, rock, pine cone, rock, rock, pine cone, pine cone. That's right. It's a rock. So So we would do 2 rocks there. Now the letter pattern for this, the rocks would be A's, pine cones would be the B's. So let's say that letter pattern together. A, B, B, A, B, B. And then we would just continue on. A, B, B. Now I'm sure I can come up with a lot of other patterns that I could make with these items, but we're gonna stop right there. And I encourage you today to go get your own nature items and work with your family and have them read your pattern and continue your pattern. Just remember, patterns have to repeat. And the fun thing about patterns is they're really everywhere. They're on your clothes, they're in your house, they're out in nature. So go out and find some patterns in your environment this week. I hope everybody is well, and I hope that we get together again sooner rather than later. I'll see you again soon. Bye.